we'll quickly go through these different types of software, right? And the licensing of software, right? First, we'll go through the different types of software. We have standalone software, which is they are complete software that you can install and use on your own. For example, Photoshop. You can just install Photoshop on its own. Or Illustrator. You can just install Illustrator on its own, right? And sometimes it makes sense for some people to have a suite, which is a collection or combination of complete software or standalone software. Combination or collection of standalone software. For example, we have the Adobe Creative Suite, which is a combination of Photoshop, Illustrator, and other different Adobe software. So this is an example, right? So standalone software, you combine several, you get a software suite, right? If you don't have enough money for a standalone and or a software suite, right? You need a lot of functionality, but you don't have enough money to buy a suite. What you can do is you can buy an integrated software. One software with many functions. An example here is Microsoft Works, MS Works. Now Microsoft Works is just like Microsoft Office Suite, right? Microsoft Office Suite is the suite, MS Office Suite, where inside MS Office Suite you have things like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and etc. Right? But when you purchase it as the Microsoft Office Suite, basically you install it and then you can open only Word, or you can open only Excel, or you can open only PowerPoint, meaning you have different icons for these things. Microsoft Works, on the other hand, you just have one icon. You double click on that icon and then you open the software. Inside the software, you have options whether you want to run it as a word processor, or as a spreadsheet, or as a PowerPoint software. Meaning to say that it's like you have several functions, which is word processing and spreadsheet, and presentation in one software. There's only one icon. You double click on that icon, you have several functions. Here, it's a suite. It makes sense because it's cheaper than buying one by one. But if you want to open, you have icons for Microsoft Word, icon for Excel, icon for PowerPoint. And that is the difference between standalone software suite and integrated software. Now, software, in reality, is not something that we can buy. Meaning it's too pricey to buy software, because it's different from real world things. Let's say I buy this t-shirt, and if I sell this t-shirt, this jersey, I no longer have it. But software is different. If you buy software and you sell software, you can still have a copy. So it's different. So instead of selling software, people who create software sell what we call license, meaning it's called the end user license agreement. It's those things with those documents with very little text. You just scroll to the bottom, you barely read it, you scroll to the bottom, I agree, next, I agree, next. It's called the end user license agreement. End user license agreement. Right? So this is the EULA. Right? So the EULA will indicate how you can and cannot use the software. For example, how many times can you install it, can you sell it, how many machines can you install it on, if you sell your machines, must you uninstall the software, and etc. Can you make copies, these things, right? So there are several types of licenses. We have, for example, commercial license, right? For example, all of the software I provided here, these are all commercial license, meaning you have to buy it and install it before you use it. Then we have shareware. Shareware is software that you try before you buy, right? Try before buy. Try before buy. Before you buy. Right? And there are several types of shareware. The first version of shareware is like a beta version, right? Where you can use it for a limited time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Then the second type of shareware is limited features, right? You have the shareware, you have the software, you can use it, but you cannot save, for example. You have the software, you can use it, but you cannot get to the next level, right? Limited features. Or there are software with lots of ads, right? Yeah, it's software, you can download it, you can use it, but after you use it for 10 minutes, every 10 minutes there will be advertisement. Another 10 minutes there will be advertisement, etc. Right? So that is shareware, right? Try before you buy type of license. The next type of license is called freeware. Freeware is software that is free to download, that is free to use, but it is still copyrighted, meaning you cannot make copies, you cannot give it to people, you cannot sell it to people, right? It is free for you to download and use on your personal computer, right? Some freeware even state that you cannot create something using that software to sell to people. It depends, right? And of course, these are all copyrighted software. Commercial, share, and freeware are all copyrighted software. The last one is public domain software. Public domain is non-copyrighted software. Some people even call it copyleft because it's not copyright. See, non-copyrighted meaning you can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it. Um, you can copy it on different machines. You can give it to friends. You can have it on your website. Lots of different things. Some public domain software are also open source. That means all software that is being created, there is a programming behind it. Right? For example, this button is for opening a certain feature in the software, or this button is for shooting zombies. Right? So there is a programming behind it that tells the CPU and RAM what to do. Right? So if the software is open source, that means all the programming are there to be seen. Meaning you can actually take the software and not only sell it, you can even alter it, you can change the programming. I want this software to do something else, right? So we have covered the 3 different types of software, which is standalone, suite, and integrated software. And we've also covered the 4 different types of licensing, which is commercial, shareware, which is commercial, buy, and then you can use. Shareware, try before you buy. Freeware, free to download and use, but not free to copy and sell. And public domain, which is non-copyrighted